Welcome to storied Beaver Stadium in State College, Pennsylvania. It's the Rugters Scarlet Knights and the Penn State Nittany Lions. Along with David Pollock and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. Holly Rose, some interesting storylines setting up in this one.
Guys, Penn State made one of the most interesting hires of the offseason. Matt Campbell has shown that he can do it all at Iowa State.
The Scarlet Knights ready to kick it away first. Looking for blockers. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. So Penn State's offense will take the field first. And after that performance last week, Jesse, it'll be interesting to see if they can get the big tight end as involved as he was a week ago.
He really did, and he was good out in the field. He was good down near the red zone. He's a matchup problem that you know this quarterback is going to be trying to find early in this game. The defense has to have a plan for him, David. It'll be interesting to see how they try to defend him.
Well, and that's the problem. It's so hard when your best playmaker is a tight end to plan for him, because how you treat him is everything, and they can still run the football with him, and they can still throw it to him, and he's just a nightmare matchup. And, you know, you want to slow him down, like make some of those easy touches a little bit harder for him, but you know he's going to get his.
He's looking deep. Makes a deep grab. There he goes. Big play on that one as he works his way all the way to the 28-yard line.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
The Nittany Lions come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Back to pass, it's Beck. Setting up the screen. Pickup of 8, it's now 2nd and 2. The Nittany Lions with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Left side is Sowell. They get him down, but this offense is set up 1st and goal from the 9. New set of downs right on the doorstep for this offense. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Nittany Lions! Quick strike through the air for the score.
And that's exactly how you draw up your opening drive. You want to get your quarterback comfortable, get him on script, in rhythm, and he was. 4 for 4 on that drive, finishing off with a touchdown pass in the end zone. He comes out absolutely on fire.
They get set for the point afters. We have the first score of the game. And the extra point makes it 7-0. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they cap things off with a 9-yard touchdown pass. From a couple of yards deep, he'll bring it out. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. So the Rugters Scarlet Knights offense will now get its first chance with the football. When you look at the matchups in the passing game, you might think that this guy's going to be overmatched at corner, but I think he's really looking for the opportunity to prove that he can match up with one of the nation's best.
Yeah, and this receiver always wants the ball. He especially wants it, though, today, considering what he's up against. He told us coming into this game that he should be able to dominate and get a lot of looks. This defense is going to have to find ways creatively to get this guy matched up and covered. They're probably not going to be able to do it with just one guy with that corner out there, David, because this receiver is a difference maker.
No, and this isn't a great secondary, but they're going to have to play a great game. And this challenge is big because he's a superstar. So let's make sure we don't give up the big plays. Maybe play a little bit deeper than normal, sometimes get a little bit physical. This secondary has a tremendous challenge on their hands.
He'll try to make the catch in traffic. They'll put a stop to that return at about the 37-yard line. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. To the air, it's Beck. Already makes a grab and room to run. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49. Caught in the backfield, it's Sowell. Quick throw, but he's not going anywhere. The defense was all over him. Wants to go up top on second down. Got rid of it quickly, but it's incomplete. 3rd and long right here. Wants to throw again. Right side, it's Peoples. Really nice job to convert that 3rd down, and they've got it at the 33. The Nittany Lions have this offense rolling. Fresh center downs going to the air. Here comes the heat. Got him for the sack. This defense turning up the intensity.
And the defense gets a sack, and that's going to be the big determining factor in this football game. A week ago, he only got sacked 1 time. They've already got him on the ground. If they want to win this football game, they got to keep getting after the quarterback.
And the Nittany Lions trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Second down, gonna throw it. Look out! He's on the move. Oh, he's got some space. He's finally stopped, but not before he takes it into the red zone. They'll mark it at the 18. The Nittany Lions are threatening in the red zone. They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. Got his man down the middle. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line. They got 3 on the last pass. Here comes 2nd and 7. Looking downfield, it's Beck. He just got rid of that one to save the down. Didn't see anything he liked. Ton of ground to cover here on 3rd and long. Motion from the wide receiver. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Big hit, knocks the ball away, and it'll force him into a 4th down. They'll try to put 3 on the board as the field goal unit comes on. And this one is perfect. And they'll push that lead out a little further.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
Bringing it out. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. And the Rutgers offense heads back onto the field. They went 3 and out on their first possession, now to see if they can be more productive this time around. Gain of right at 7 yards, 2nd and 3 coming. Good spot after that 7-yard pickup on first down. It's 2nd and 3. Might as well run him again. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1. The decibel meter's about to explode. One of the great environments, wide-out level noise. All over him in the backfield. He'll lose 3 on the play. And the Scarlet Knights will try to pin them back with the punt. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Fair catch is signaled and made, and they'll go to work from the 27-yard line. They've got the big fellas out there, a 3 tight end look on 1st and 10. The run inside. It's Hansen. Hard running there. They use that sideline as a defender and get him out of bounds at the 36. They'll line up for a 2nd down play. Between the hashes, it's Sowell. And they'll spot it at the 38, and that'll be plenty for the 1st down. Sets his feet, it's Beck. Can't hold on in the face of the contact. 2nd and long here. Fired that thing out in a heartbeat, but it's incomplete. They'll have to push the ball down the field here on 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Perfect timing on the hit to keep him from making the grab, and the defense forces a 4th down. The Nittany Lions will send out the punt unit. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. The ball hits at the 5, and it'll go into the end zone for a touchback. The Scarlet Knights start this drive. The offense looks ready to go. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. They'll run him again. Solid run. Picks up 6 and gets it to the 28. Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on third down. Got an alley. Nice job to get it past the sticks, and they get him down at the 35. After that run, picked up the first down, but there is an injured player on the field. The Scarlet Knights come to the line with a new set of downs. Hit and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on second down. This time they'll throw it. Fires left. That's caught. It's Black. Defense caught out of position, and they get him down finally at the 38. And the Scarlet Knights want to move quickly.
And they've dug themselves a hole in this football game. I get it. Obviously, defense has not played great on the other side. But this possession right here, man, this is big. Get the passing game going. Get a little bit of balance going. I think they need to score on this possession to take a little pressure off and kind of get that defense juiced up.
Back to pass on second down. Tight end finds a soft spot. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage. On third and long, no secret what he needs here. And it's picked off at the goal line. That's a way to make a stand.
I like it. It's like laying up on a par 5. There's no time and no place for that. We don't need that, all right? Take your shots. It's third and long. I don't need to throw it 17 yards short of the stick. Nice job taking a shot down the field, trying to get the first down through the interception, but no harm.
They are stuck deep in their own territory and trying to get out, opening the drive from their own 3. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Hansen. Looks as if he'll work his way forward and get it up to about the 11-yard line. They can really be aggressive after that last play. It's 2nd and 3. Selling the fake. Bought a little time, lets it go. He fires back across the field, and it's intercepted.
Well, everything was going so well for this team early here in this game, and now all of a sudden they get a critical mistake. And you know how college football, David, is about momentum. What is their defense going to be able to do here now when they take the field?
You're right, man. The momentum swings so fast, and now this defense's job is to go out and stop it, right? Like, we made a mistake. You huddle the guys up, sudden change. Be aware they might take a shot down the field, but let's grab the momentum right back.
Rutgers has it back. They'll send the offense back onto the field. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions, but I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did in the first part of that drive, what made me successful.
I agree, David. Just turn the page if you're a quarterback, right? On this drive, you did a lot of good things there leading up to that pick. Forget about it, move on, play the next play.
In the gun, looking to throw on third down. Touchdown, Scarlet Knights. Fired in from the red zone for the score.
What a fantastic route that time. If you're going to be able to throw the ball down in this area of the field where the windows close so quickly, you have got to be precise with the route running, and that's what happened right there. That's an easy connection between the QB and his target for the score.
On to attempt the try. And the PAT will draw them 1 point closer. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And the score comes on a 5-yard touchdown pass. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. From the gun, the ground game. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10. as they get set to snap it just about to reach the end of the quarter. The fake wants to throw. Turns it upfield. We've reached a break, and Penn State is on top. We've put one in the books. Let's have a look at our game summary. They are lined up and ready to go and get things started here in the second. So they had a chance to talk over this third down play to open the period. Looking to throw, it's Beck. Fires on the move. Working the middle. Breaks a tackle, and he might go. They'll move the chains after he gets it to the 43-yard line. The Nittany Lions will have it 1st and 10. It's dropped after taking the hit. Long way to go on 2nd down. Just keep slinging it. They'll run the screen. He's really close to that 1st down marker, but they stop him just a bit short. They'll snap it from the 48 on 3rd and short. Trying to squeak through the pile. That just never had a chance as they controlled the middle of the field and stopped him in the backfield on 3rd down. Punt is on its way. And that punt will make its way into the end zone, and they'll put it in play from their own 20. Here comes the Rugters offense onto the field. This is a game of swings and momentum, and a great opportunity here after scoring on the last drive, getting a stop, and now you have the football back.
They're playing well right now in all 3 phases, and they're complementing each other. So now, David, it's up to the offense here. It's up to this quarterback to lead this offense down the field to get a score.
Yeah, and to stay aggressive, to understand we've had success, we got this going the right way. Now I don't need to change anything. Go back to your go-to plays. That's now got you some momentum back in your favor.
This defense has a lot of speed, especially in the secondary, and you saw that speed. That defender got to that receiver so quick, and because of the hit, incomplete pass.
Plows his way ahead. They make the tackle, but not before he picks up the 1st down. The Scarlet Knights are moving quickly down the field. Play action on 1st down. Turns it loose. Out wide left, it's Black. Chopping up this defense, and they've got it all the way down to the 23. And the Scarlet Knights racing to the line in a hurry-up.
And as soon as the receiver caught the ball, you saw the quarterback start communicating to his teammates what the next play was going to be, because they're now changing the tempo and going fast.
Wants to throw on 1st. Got out of trouble and throws. Great job to separate the ball from the receiver there. They'll need a bunch on 2nd down. Couldn't connect on 1st down, now back to the air. Fires to the tight end. Rustled out of bounds. They'll mark him at the 7-yard line, and this offense is more than threatening. He's looking to pass. Falls incomplete, and he did everything perfectly except catch the football. 2nd down coming. They'll keep it on the ground to the left, stiffing the goal line. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling. 3rd and goal, and let's see if they can even operate in this noise. Grabs it in the middle. He'll be stopped right there. They threw it short of the goal line, and now they've got some ground to cover on 4th down. Now it looks as if they'll settle for the field goal try. Just drives in between the uprights. And with that field goal, guys, we're all tied up in the early going.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Nittany Lions will get things going as their offense heads out to the field. Lets it fly. Give him 9 on that one, sets up a 2nd and 1. The Nittany Lions can really attack on this 2nd and short. Quarterback keep. Turning it on. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45. They've come out with answers on this possession, and now another first down. Trying to move them on the counter. Driven back. Couldn't get them blocked on that last one. Now it's 2nd and 14. They'll move the wide receiver. Off the boot, looking for his man. Left side is Hansen. And they're able to force him out of bounds after a short pickup. Let's see what they find in the playbook for 3rd and long from the 43. Drops back, it's Specht. Finds his big tight end. Putting together a real scoring threat here as they pick up the first down at the 36.
And it's so fun to have that trump card, right? Like, it's almost like playing a video game with this guy. When you got a big tight end that can make plays, that gets open, that feels those soft spots in the zones, 3rd downs, money downs, the tight end is always open, especially with that big body. He finds him, and he gets the first down.
Got a man, it's Sowell. Able to haul it in, but right to the ground he goes, only a pickup of a couple. Finds the tight end. Pulled down there, but they'll move the sticks, and it's a first down. And the Nittany Lions go back to work after moving the chains through the air. Sells the run, looking to pass. Nice play by the defense to jar that one loose. 2nd and long here. Looking to throw again. Out wide right, it's Hansen. Breaks into the open. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line. The Nittany Lions with the 1st and 10. Straight ahead, it's Hansen. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. He'll keep it himself. He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels. And he got enough for the first down, but we'll need to check on that injured player. The Nittany Lions pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. A first down run in the red zone. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling. 2nd and goal for the offense. They'll run it to the left, looking for the end zone. And they get to him behind the line. It'll be a loss of 2. They've held the ball forever. Relentless drive, but what a win for the defense if they can force a field goal. Touchdown, Penn State! Quick strike through the air for the score.
And this quarterback really does a great job of seeing the defense, seeing what kind of coverage they're in. And I think when this offense goes empty and they spread the defense out, it just makes it so much more simple for the QB to see what the defense is doing pre-snap and then post-snap. You can tell he's playing in a great rhythm right now because he's seeing the field, and these empty sets are really helping him out.
And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. That is what they mean when they say ball control, a 14-play touchdown drive. And they get it into the end zone with a 6-yard touchdown pass. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And the return man showing great vision to be able to find some space and put his team in much better field position. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Wide receiver comes in motion. Looking for space. It's Raymond. Just smothered on the play. A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on 2nd down. The snap sets up to throw. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. Makes the grab. Worked his way ahead for a pickup of about 6 yards on the play. Clock stops. We've reached the 2-minute timeout. From the gun on 3rd down. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down. The Scarlet Knights will call on their punt team. Looks it in. Cover guys do their job, and they get him stopped at the 22-yard line. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. Got the first down. Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling. They're out to the 35.
And after giving up a long run defensively, they don't have a chance to substitute now. They've got to get ready to go because the offense is going tempo.
It's caught. The defense got caught that time, and they finally get him on the ground at the 41. On the ground with the counter. He is snowed under, nowhere to go, and it'll be 2nd and long. Looking downfield, it's Beck. Short throw to the sideline is complete, and he's out of bounds after picking up a couple. 3rd and long coming up. Looking to throw. Beck's got it on the screen. Just what this offense was looking for. Sets him up at the 26 with the 1st down. The Nittany Lions come to the line with a fresh set of downs thanks to that last connection in the passing game. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up. Long way to go on 2nd down. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. There he goes. Finally brought down, but what a play, not only to get the football, but to flip the field position with the return.
And this is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
Here we go. They'll try to get something on the board here in the final minute of the first half. The snap wants to start the drive with a pass. Flip it out to the back on the screen. Now the Scarlet Knights call timeout. It's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Short pickup of 4 on 1st down, dealing with a 2nd and 6. Back to throw, time running short in the half. They'll flip it out to the back on the screen. And they'll shove him out of bounds after the short gain. I thought white noise was supposed to be relaxing. This is deafening on 3rd down. Back's got it on the screen. Now well within striking distance as that 3rd down play gets them a first at the 29. Rutgers takes its 2nd timeout. And they'll still have 1 in their pocket for what's left in this first half. Drops back on 1st down. The sure hands, it's Duff. The last completion got him 6. Now it's 2nd and 4. Back to throw, and they've got to be aware of the clock. Finds his man. He steps out of bounds, but he's got enough for a 1st down. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Fresh set of downs going up top. Caught. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. 2nd down to the air. They're all over him. Not much of a chance there. He just had to get rid of it to avoid the sack. And in the waning seconds of the first half, they'll try to put up 3 before going to the break. Smashes it between the uprights. And the field goal to end the half takes us to halftime. That's the end of the 2nd quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update.
Men, thanks. A busy day, so let's waste no time and get you updated on Week 3 action around college football. We begin with Texas Tech taking on the number 17 team, the Houston Cougars. And it's the Red Raiders who are rewarded for feeding their star. For some reason, he plays better at home, and this team plays better at home, as they did today. and it brings them to a sparkling 4-0 on the year. Here now, some other games you may have interest in, and social media has some sharp opinions about the state of things right now. Now back to your game in Happy Valley. This offense just continues to find a way to make big plays. No death by 1,000 cuts today. They are consistently gaining chunks of yardage, and it's reflected there on the scoreboard. With that said, let's send it back to the guys in State College, PA.
The Nittany Lions will kick it off to start the second half. From deep, it's Benjamin. Gets it out to the 20, about 5 yards short of where he'd be if he'd just taken a knee in the end zone. And the Rutgers offense heads back onto the field. They'll open this third quarter with a run. And he'll have enough for the first down at the 42. And the Scarlet Knights are in the hurry-up.
Well, the defense just had to chase that guy down and make a tackle after a long run, and no chance to substitute. They got to get the play call in because the offense is trying to go fast.
They drop him at the 47-yard line, but he'll have plenty to move the sticks. They'll snap it from the 47 on first down. Caught in the backfield, it's Black. Run ends there. They'll need a bunch on second down. Off play action. Under pressure. They got him. Great pressure on this defense.
Hey, this offense, man, they talked about it coming out of half. They wanted to get their guy into a rhythm. To do that, man, you got to protect him. You got to keep him upright. He's been hit a lot. He hasn't made that many plays throughout this football game. They got to do a better job of protecting their guy.
Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on third down. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Blasted as he lets it go. And the big deflection on third down forces a fourth down. The Scarlet Knights line up to punt it away. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. Maybe one notch of adrenaline too much on the punt there. It hits about a yard deep in the end zone. It'll come out to the 20. Running inside, it's Hansen. Running hard and getting 6 yards out to the 26. And after that run, there is a player still down on the field. Training staff out there checking on this freshman linebacker. And the Nittany Lions can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. And they get him down at the 43, but this is the kind of explosive play you want to build on. They used a chunk play to cross midfield, and they've got it first and 10 just outside the 40. From the gun. Tackled almost immediately. Not a whole lot on that one. Second and long here. Dropping back, it's Beck. Setting up the screen. Looking for room at the 30. Gets it all the way inside the 20-yard line to the 19 before being hauled down. Really nice job to move the ball on the ground like that in the big game, but we will need to check on an injured player. The Nittany Lions have it with a first and 10. Looks as if the defense was a little too eager there, got into the neutral zone, and that'll be a 5-yard penalty. Defense couldn't quite hold its water, and it'll be 5 free yards for the O. Takes a snap, wants to throw. That one's not even close. Going to work on second down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. He's got it on the run. And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Penn State. Offense gets the job done again. You want to build that cushion as we get deeper into the second half.
Man, it makes it easy, doesn't it? You start getting up by a couple possessions, making the offense very predictable on the other side. Great job by the offense extending their lead.
Ready to try the point after. And the extra point is good. It's 24-13. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they top it off with a 14-yard pass for the touchdown. Fielded in the end zone. It's Benjamin. They'll corral him and get him down at the 17-yard line on the return. The Scarlet Knights start this drive. The offense looks ready to go. That last drive fizzled out, Jesse. They had to punt it.
Yeah, they did. And, David, they're just going to have to do a better job this time around erasing the mental mistakes.
And just trying to solve the defensive riddle, understanding what they're trying to do to you and attack them.
Fake to the back, wants to throw it. Out wide left, it's Raymond. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. And the deflection by the defense brings up 4th down. And the Scarlet Knights decide to punt it away. They've been busy out there to punt for the 5th time today. Makes the catch at the 35. Coverage team able to put a stop to that return at the 42-yard line. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. Quick give. It's Hansen. Pickup of 5. It's now 2nd and 5. Now on 2nd down. Give to the running back. He's past the marker. They stop him at the 42, but they get it across midfield. Pick up 10 and the 1st down. On the run, it's Hansen. Pushes ahead for 1. It's 2nd and 9. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Finds his man on the RPO. Great job on the containment and the tackling. They stop him for no gain. They need a huge play on 3rd and long. Back to pass, it's Becht. Floats it out in space. Brought down at the 37-yard line, and this defense denies them on 3rd down. 4th down and 4 yards to go. The offense will try to get it. Snaps it, and he has to have it. Fires on the move. Converts on 4th down, and he's still going. He's got enough for the 1st down, and they roll the dice and convert to keep this drive going. They'll run it. It's Peoples. Fights through the pile and picks up a couple down to the 16. A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on 2nd down. Hits inside. It's Hansen. He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive. Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a 1st and goal. On 3rd and short, they'll try to convert through the air. He's got him in the flat. Gets it inside the 5, down to the 4, and it'll be 1st and goal. Finding space. Touchdown, Nittany Lions! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. No step back in week 3. They have been sharp as they extend the lead.
Have yourself a day, young fella. You know why they handed him the ball a lot? Because he did that. That's his 4th trip to pay dirt. This dude has shown you a little bit of everything. What a great back. And 4 touchdowns on the day.
And with the extra point, they're on top by 18. They marched 58 yards for the touchdown on that one. And they finish it off with the score from the 4. What kind of field position can he help them with on the return? And good work by the coverage team to knock down the return man. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Duff. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. The last completion got him 6. Now it's 2nd and 4. Here's the snap, looking to throw. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. Snags it. At the 35, he's got room. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
And this offense is going to need more of those, man. You've dug yourself a little bit of hole. Defense still giving up points on the last possession, man. You got to put it in overdrive. You need more big plays, more shots down the field. You got to continue to be aggressive.
Snap on first down, wants to throw. Oh, pressure's coming. Past the 40. Gets down, and like they say, touchdown, first down, or get down, and he got 2 of those on that one. The Scarlet Knights in the hurry-up.
That's the danger as a defense when you play man coverage, is that if the quarterback decides to scramble, there may not be anybody there to make a tackle right away. You obviously want to take care of everything on the back end, and with these receivers, you got to get them locked down. But if you're the D coordinator here, you got to be more selective with your coverage and mix it up, because man coverage against a scrambling quarterback can hurt you.
Turning on the Jets, and he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Scarlet Knights.
Man, how nice is it to be down and you need to score points when you can just hand it to your running back and he can make big plays like that? Jesse, they're going to need more of those to get back in the football game. They've dug themselves a little bit whole, but that was a good start.
Yeah, I think the defense probably kicking themselves too. I don't know if in this 2-minute type situation if they were expecting them to run the football, but somehow, some way, you've got to be able to gang tackle this guy and not let him take it to the house from that distance and score points. Moving forward now, the run defense has got to shore up for this defense.
And they tacked on the extra point. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. They'll run the RPO and throw it right. He's down right there. Short gain on the grab. Just barely picked up a yard with that last completion. It's 2nd and 9. Got him on the RPO. And they swarm him under. Somebody needs to make a play here. It's 3rd and long from the 26. Rush right in his face. And this is going to be incomplete on 3rd down. The Nittany Lions will punt it away on 4th down. Gonna field this one in tight quarters. Coverage unit all over him, stopped immediately. Rugters has it back. They'll send the offense back onto the field. That was a big stop by the defense. Now to see if they can take advantage and draw a little closer in this game. So we're starting to get late. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Sells to fake. Intercepted, and the defense has set him up.
And we know turnover margin is a huge part of winning ball games. Interception number 2. His quarterback has to do a better job taking care of the football. Don't force it. Take the high completion percentage stuff. Don't always try to go for the big play.
Great place to start for this offense. Got it behind the line. It's Sowell. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage. From the gun, it's Hansen. They get him down, but he does pick up 3 to the 32-yard line. At the end of that play, there is a Nittany Lion still shaken up and down on the field. 3rd play of the drive, and they need to make something happen here on 3rd and long. Finds his big tight end. He ended up going backwards on the play, and they will not convert that third down. Following the completion, we get a stoppage to check out the injured player. Now on fourth down, here comes the field goal team. Looks as if this will be a 51-yard attempt. It is perfect. And now the lead is extended a little further.
And not to be the old guys in the booth, but we are the old guys in the booth, man. 50-yard field goals used to be really, really hard. Kickers nowadays, man, they are making it look so much easier, and he does right there.
On the move from inside his 5. Just able to get out to the 18-yard line on the return before he stopped. A little bit backed up to start this drive from their own 18-yard line. The run inside. It's Raymond. Out across the 20 to the 21-yard line, a 3-yard gain. Long way to go on second down. They'll ride him again. He's past the sticks. They get it out to the 36 and on the move after a pickup of 15. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Tells the run, wants to pass. Almost had the completion, just missed it. They'll need a bunch on second down. Looking to throw. And they're not on the same page there. This should be the last play of the quarter. On third down, he drops to throw. Unloads to the wideout. Finds a man in the middle. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49. When you play receiver for this guy, you better be ready to catch the football. He spread it all over the place through the first 3 periods. One more period to go, and we'll see just how much fight they've got left in them. They go back to work in the final period of this one. Leaves it with the back. Give him a pickup of 2, now 2nd and 8. After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Kept it on the ground, now they'll throw. Finds his tight end. He's stopped, but he's got enough to move the chain. And the Scarlet Knights will snap it on 1st and 10. Keeping it on the ground inside, it's Raymond. They work that running game down to the 34. Let's give him 3 on the carry. Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. He's got enough. They get him on the ground, but it'll be enough to pick up the first down. The Scarlet Knights kept this drive moving on the ground. Now back to work. Pulls it. And he didn't get the pitch off, and he paid the price. Put themselves in a bit of a bind with that last one. It's 2nd and 14. Quickly out to the tight end. Makes the grab and down immediately. He picks up a few. These old girders are rocking on third down here at Beaver Stadium. Could not make his way to the corner. Now wait just a second here. I don't see the kicker coming out. I think they're going to go for it here. Snapped on 4th down. Throws toward the end zone. It's incomplete, and they desperately needed to keep that drive going, and they couldn't make the connection. Wide receiver going in motion. He'll do it himself. Tackled behind the line, and he'll lose 1 on the play. At the end of that play, there is a Nittany Lion still shaken up and down on the field. That is the senior offensive lineman who's shaken up. Holly Rowe will check on his condition. Throws it off the RPO. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line. Off play action on first down. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down. Motion from the wideout. There's some daylight. turning it on. Oh, and the defense in chase mode, and they finally get him down at the 35.
The defensive line just is not physical enough against the run. Too many guys getting pushed around, too many guys not playing with great gap integrity, and the linebackers aren't able to fill. That's been a problem when trying to stop this running game.
Second and long here. Motion from the wide receiver. And he's brought down after a short gain. At the end of that play, there is a Nittany Lion still shaken up and down on the field. Training staff is out there tending to the injured player, and we will step aside. This is the type of play that decides games. Are you tough enough to convert third and short from the 30? RPO complete. He'll come through on third down as he's got enough, and they'll mark it at the 23. The Nittany Lions, after moving the sticks through the air, come to the line. Straight ahead, it's Peoples.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. Fourth quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be first and goal. They'll run it with James Peoples. Nothing doing, and he was lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage at second and goal. Defense has to be frustrated. The offense keeps matriculating and matriculating and matriculating the ball. And he breaks the play. Touchdown, Penn State! With that, the lead nice and comfortable, and they're cruising toward a 4-0 start.
You know, this guy's had a big role in this offense this year, especially when they get down close to the end zone. That's his 5th rushing touchdown on the year. He's been a factor for these guys offensively.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And the extra point splits the uprights, and they're up a full 3 touchdowns, a 21-point cushion in the 4th. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Here comes the Rugters offense onto the field. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. Now they've got even more breathing room out to the 31 and a fresh set of downs. Running game got it done on the last play, now it's first down. Sells the run, looking to pass. He misses his man. The accuracy just not what it needed to be on that play. A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on second down. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. They'll run the screen. Hit and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. Now this offense facing a 3rd and long from their own 30. From the gun, wants to pass. Can't hang on after the hit, and it'll be 4th down. Hold on a minute. The offense still out there going for it in their own territory. Going over the top. And it's incomplete way downfield, and the defense rises to the occasion. Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. They'll try to keep this clock moving on the ground. And the defense stops him just short of the first down. Maybe needed a few more chain links to move the sticks. The Nittany Lions come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. Left side is Sowell. He'll be dragged to the ground, but it'll be a first down. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. They'll give it to Peoples. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play. Long way to go on second down. Caught on the RPO. Great job on the containment and the tackling. They stop him for no gain. 3rd and long, a lot of ground to cover. Unloads it left. And this is going to be incomplete on third. It's fourth down, and they'll try the field goal. And the holder will put it down on the left hash, a 34-yard attempt coming. Absolutely center cut. And that will extend their lead even further.
And they just tack on more points to this big lead. Listen, fourth quarter is sitting extremely pretty. All we got to do, not give up big plays, make them earn everything they get the rest this way, and we looking pretty good.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. And the Rutgers offense heads back onto the field. We'll see if that failed fourth down in their own end last time, David, sort of curbed some of the aggressiveness.
When you hear about it all the time in football, go for it. Be aggressive. The problem is when you get stopped, sometimes it puts you in a hole. And, Jesse, now the offense has to come out and respond.
They were real disappointed not getting that first down. You could see it on the sideline. So let's just see if that's kind of galvanized them a little bit here to go make a statement and get some points.
It'll be third and short from their own 33. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Keeps it himself. Nice job to get it past the sticks, and they get him down at the 35. And the Scarlet Knights getting set on 1st and 10. Fresh setter downs going to the air. Gets rid of it. Oh, and he just dropped it so close to his second interception of the game. Instead, it'll be second down. They'll throw again after the incompletion. Out wide left, it's Allen. He'll get it out to the 43-yard line. That's where they mark him out of bounds, and this offense is starting to do a little work. They'll throw on 3rd and short. Looking for a big gain. He's got it inside the 30.
Let's go. We got some life. We made a big play, something to build off of. We need a lot of points, and we need them quickly. Time's running out. We're trailing big in this ballgame.
Wants to throw on 1st. Rushes on. He's sacked. This defense all over him. That will take us to the 2-minute timeout, and not much time left for this offense to put together a miracle. Big loss on the last play threatens to knock this drive off course. It's 2nd and 16. And this defense goes back-to-back sack, Jack.
The defense puts the exclamation point on the day. They have had a wonderful day, man. Doing everything great. Just, you could tell they were dialed into what was going on. And now just throw another sack in the equation. Hitting the quarterback, being disruptive. They've been all over the field.
Now 3rd and long, and trying to play catch-up in more ways than one after that earlier sack. Here comes the heat. And they can't make the connection on 3rd down. And guys, hold that thought just a second, because here comes the 4th down play. If they don't get it here, this one is probably over. Snaps it, and he has to have it. Look out! Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. The sudden change on the turnover, and man, he was looking for running room. Couldn't find that, but they'll have it at the 22.
And that's a really good job by the defense, understanding the situation of football. It's 4th down. It's late in the game. You got a multi-possession lead. Take away all the deep stuff. Make them force the football into coverage. They do, and they stamp this game.
They'll snap this one to start the drive from their own 22. Here's James Peoples to begin the drive. Defense all over him. A negative play to open the drive. Let's see what they've got on 2nd and 14. Peoples again. And you want to talk about gang tackling. Everybody on the defense run to the ball. 3rd and long right here. On the RPO, got it. Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34. Well, these guys have gotten off to a great start, getting out of the gate 3-0. Jesse, do we have a contender on our hands?
I know it's early, Reese, but this looks like a team right now that could be in that college football playoff discussion come year's end. They've got the playmakers. They've got an outstanding coaching staff. They've overcome some tests early, David. I know it's a long season, but they at least look like they're for real.
They definitely look the part. They look like they're for real, but you know what happens throughout a season. You lose momentum, an injury happens, so they're definitely one of those teams we're going to continue to talk about, but it's still early. It's week 3.
This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm Reese Davis saying goodbye, everybody.